I was gonna cry, but I guess I did. This shit is crazy. Hey. Wow. Oh shit. Shit's crazy. Wow. Wow. Ay, ay, ay. Wow. What's the deal, people? I'm sorry. I had to give myself a minute because I didn't think I was going to cry. But you know. Wow. My mind is like completely blown. My mind keeps getting blown. I keep getting more answers and more answers. More people keep getting exposed. And today, and it's like, what's funny is I made a post the other day saying that I was about to, since everybody's getting exposed, everybody from every block, now it's down to the family to get exposed, right? So I literally made a post and I was like, now I'm gonna start putting a pendulum to every person in my family to see who's the people in the family, right? And anyway, let me just get myself together and get on camera so that I could just like confirm a reading that I just saw to my life. So literally just it's just straight confirmation. That's why I like this reader, because she be on point with a lot of shit and she be giving names. Like she gets the names. I love that. I love specifics. I love a reader who can hear the names. She already gave me ex-boyfriend name and a motherfucking family member. So what's the deal, people? So I was watching a reader, and we're gonna get her name right this time, because I always never get her name right. But we're gonna show her some real love, and we're gonna get her name right. We're gonna give her a shout out to her and her daughter. Now they stay always abundant and prosperous and protected. Let's get her name. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use her. I should tell her that I'm gonna reference her video in my video for confirmation, so that these people could really get exposed. I'm like I'm a little hurt. I ain't even gonna lie. A little bit. Just a little bit. But I kind of figured, I knew who it was, but I just ignored it. I ignored it, like, because there's too much shit that was going on and too many people and too many things that was happening, that I really didn't pay attention to the family shit and the people in my family and this family person that was doing whatever the fuck they were doing. I was so focused on these people upstairs and next door neighbor fucking with me, ex-boyfriend fucking with me, that I didn't even have any time to focus on this family member that was the main culprit, basically. So, what's her name? Reign Omnipresence. Ray Omnipresence is the reader. And the video that I'm referencing is the whatever has exploded. What's the title? Is this one right here. Right? Now in the video, I listen for keywords so I can know if it's my reading or not. Because keywords and stuff that's happened in my life, I know it's for me or not. So I listen to certain important keywords when it comes to things that have happened. This lady right here be on point with so much stuff. So in this reading, she says that I've been attacked since childhood. She mentions the name Diana. She mentions a couple waiting for somebody to pass away. That's the part that got me. That's the part that got me right there. And then sending people to where I live to hurt me and do spell work on me. And today there was a whole bunch of shit happening today. I did a reading on the shit that was happening today in the area, and it was pertaining to me. Somebody was supposed to come in my house today to kill me, basically. And then after that, after me doing that reading, I go and I watch a video. Like I said, after I do a reading of myself and my own energy, I go and I freaking go and find to see if I get any confirmation or any information based on what I did on myself. And I always get some shit. There was 2 videos that I watched. There was one that literally said heavy police activity, which there was heavy police activity over here. And then this one. So heavy police activity was a confirmation to this shit that was actually going on here. So it was telling me that shit was for me. I didn't even have to read my energy. All I had to do was go to a motherfucking reading, and it literally, the title literally says heavy police activity. I experienced that over here. I gunshots, motherfuckers running from roof to roof today. Then I watched this lady's video, and she sits there and tells me that it's my cousin, basically, and her mother. And what's funny is during the other readings, it says it's a mother figure or someone that you looked up to like a mother. What's funny is they mentioned the name Diana, which is my cousin. The only cousin that I grew up, in my family, there were 2 cousins I grew up with. When I was young, it was one cousin that I was close with when I was young, and one cousin I was close with when I was older. The one cousin I was close with when I was younger was Diana and her 2 brothers and her mother. And her mother is the one that I would look up to like a mom. When I would go through shit with my mother, sometimes I would talk to her, and she would tell me, respect my mother, do this, that, and that, and this to show my mother respect. I adored this lady. When I tell you I adored this lady, I adored her. This is why I want to cry. Because I adored this lady. And the same lady that I looked up to like a fucking mother my entire life was trying to have me murked. To swap out my destiny for her fucking daughter. That's crazy. And what's funny was, she mentions the name Diana, and then she mentions a couple. And then she mentioned something about how a couple was sitting there waiting for someone to pass away to take a house. what's funny was there was a time frame around the time frame in the year 2015, because my grandmother passed away in the beginning of the year of 2016, January. So in 2015, my cousin got hurt, and in 2015, my grandmother was sick. Like, one minute she was alright. She had some problems because she was old. She was already in her 80s. But she was pretty good. A pretty good 80-year-old in her 80s. But for some reason, I don't know, all of a sudden she got really sick. Right? And during the time she was getting sick, my cousin, Diana, the one that was mentioned in the reading, she reached out to me for assistance because she got herself injured and she needed help with her girls to pick them up from school. Mind you, I realized that the time that I was there, she didn't really need my help because she had other people coming, and it dawned on me like she didn't really need me there. And it's taking me away from my grandmother, and I was the one that was going to my grandmother to go to the hospital. So now it's dawning in my head that she lured me away from my grandmother so that they can do something to my grandmother. Because I was always with my grandmother. My grandmother was in the hospital by me. I was always I was there every day, all day. Every day, all day, I was there. So they lured me away from my grandmother so that they could do something. Because if it was a couple, the couple that she's talking about is her and this guy that she met through a freaking a dating app that I introduced her to. And technically, he was hollering at me first. Okay? And then, I don't know, all of a sudden, the same guy that was hollering at me, all of a sudden, she ends up with that guy. Literally, fast relationship, fast moving. When I tell you fast. Within less than 3 months, the bitch was in a relationship with him. She moved to Atlanta. Okay? Mind you, my sister lived in Atlanta, and my grandmother loved Atlanta. And my grandmother was talking about buying a house in Atlanta because my grandmother wanted to be closer to my sister and my nephews and my niece. So she ended up leaving suddenly, abruptly, to Atlanta. And I don't know if this was before my grandmother left or after. I mean, before my grandmother passed away or after my grandmother passed away. During that time, I end up... Anyway. So, that's a key word right there. The Diana is a keyword. The mother, she says the mother is involved, a keyword. So her mother. The whole couple thing was her. She met a guy through the app that I introduced her to. That was hitting on me first. She abruptly moved to Atlanta, the same state that my sister lived in and my grandmother wanted to live in. That my grandmother was talking about she's going to buy a house in Atlanta. My grandmother gets really sick and all of a sudden passes away in the beginning of the year of 2016. She lives in Atlanta in a house with a guy that she just met on the internet. Literally, she had just met him. And then after meeting him, she left. She dissed me and all that. Like, stopped talking to me and all that. Like, dead ass. Ghosted. And then something else that she said in the reading was she said that you were guided to drink something to protect you inside. And what's funny was I drank something yesterday. I made a tea yesterday or the day before yesterday. It was some nasty ass tea. But I drank a tea yesterday, the day before yesterday or yesterday. A tea that I didn't, I was looking it up yesterday. Matter of fact, it was yesterday. I drank a tea yesterday. I made me a tea yesterday. With something I normally don't make tea with. But it was for protection. And the reason why I took it yesterday was because they was doing spell work on my sacral chakra. And I know when they do spell work on my sacral chakra because I get an upset stomach feeling in my stomach. When somebody's doing spell work on my sacral, I get an upset stomach. So yesterday, for some reason, I made me want to drink some type of tea. I'm not even going to say what I drank, what the ingredients were, what the herbs were. But yesterday, I made a tea yesterday, and I drank it. I don't even think it was yesterday. I think it was the day before yesterday. You could watch my video, and you could send all the motherfucking spell work you want. You trying to aim for my chest. You could send all the spell work you want, bitch. But that shit is going to go right back to you. Because God don't play about me. Obviously, if I'm sitting here telling you the story. Go watch my previous videos. So yeah, I kind of like had a little tear shed over there, because it's like, wow. And during the past 2 years, 3 years of me being guided to these readings, it was freaking saying it's a mother figure that you look up to. And I'm like, it's not my mother, even though my mother's being kind of, my mother was being kind of shady with me and shit. But I know it's not her, because my mother always wanted me to be in my spiritual side. My mother always wanted me to tap into my spiritual side. So I'm guessing they wanted me to think that it was my mother so I could push my mother away. But it was never my mother. It was the other person that I looked up to as a mother. Because there's only one person in my family that's a cousin. And she's not even an aunt. She's a cousin. But the only reason why I consider her an aunt is because she's elder. She's my mother's age. She's in her 50s, her 60s. My mother's 60-something years old. She's around my mother's age. She's 60-something years old. She's 60-something years old. LGBTQ is my other cousin. That's gay. That I think that he has a part of it. Because he just looked like he evil. He looked like he do shit. He's a miserable ass bitch. And it says some ex-boyfriend is fucking with your family member. Unless it's the gay cousin, which he's an older guy, or the girl. I don't know. And then it says family member that resembles you. There's only one female in my family that resembles me. Only one. Maybe two of them. Maybe there's one or two females in my family that resemble me. Let me see something. Wow. Yeah. So when I say there's no coincidences, there's no coincidences. That whole reading gave me a name, gave me a whole everything. It let me know that they were sitting there plotting and planning on waiting for my grandmother to die. They took a house that my grandma, it just sounds right. My sister used to live in Atlanta. My grandmother wanted to live in Atlanta. Why wouldn't my grandmother not want, why would it not be? And then if she left it to me, or she left it to my son. This, and then they collaborated. So then that means Diana and Emily, because I'm going to say the names, these fucking faggot ass bitches came from them. My cousin slash aunt, because she's an aunt in my eyes, slash cousin aunt, and my cousin basically been plotting and planning on me since birth, because she's been trying to swap out my destiny for her daughter. Because that's basically what it was saying in the reading, some of these readings. A mother's trying to swap out destinies for her daughter. Is in competition. Got you in competition with her daughter. So my aunt slash cousin has been in competition with my mother and has me in competition with her daughter. There's like this competition shit. Like whose daughter is better? Whose daughter is holier? Whose daughter is gifted? Bitch? Seriously? And then it's talking about a trust fund since I was young. Something that was given to me since young. And that I was certain age, and when I hit a certain age, I was supposed to get it. So maybe I was supposed to get something when I was 18 or 21. And in my mind, who the fuck left me a trust fund? My grandmother? My aunts and my uncles? I'm talking about my grandmother's brothers and sisters? Money that I don't know about? I don't know. This right here makes me want to cry. Everything else, me finding about everything else, didn't make me want to cry. This right here really makes me want to cry. It really does. It's true when it says, I'm going to be in shock. It's true when it says it's going to break your heart. My heart is not broken, but I'm a little hurt. I feel away. I do. Because motherfuckers was really trying to come in my house today to kill me. Just off the strength of whatever was going on today. And then me finding out that that's who the fuck was trying to make it happen. My nose itching because that's confirmation. My mind is blown. And you know what's funny? My mother and my family, like my main family, don't even know half of this shit is happening. And if I were to tell them, they wouldn't even believe any of this. That's crazy. Damn, I must be special. Shit. It must be a lot of money. It must be a lot of money. For somebody to want to take my life. 1, 2, 3, as I look up at the time, is 1:23. 1:23 in the morning. 1, 2, 3, something fast. It must be a lot of money. For somebody to want to take my life. My own cousin slash aunt cousin to give her daughter my destiny, my powers, my gifts. Something about saving a father. They were trying to save their father. But I think, didn't their father pass away? So to save my uncle. So they was doing spell work on me to save my uncle. Was my uncle doing spell work on me? But they were doing spell work to save his life. But he passed away. I don't remember what year he passed away. A little bit after my grandmother. Like a year later after my grandmother. Like after my grandmother passed away, like two uncles of mine passed away. The one that lived in Puerto Rico. And the other one. And you know what's funny? Back to back. After my grandmother passed away, everybody passed away. The last person to pass away was my godmother. The last one, the youngest, the baby sister. The two youngest passed away the last. The two youngest. My uncle, the one that I said that looks like he's on the card, the picture that I showed in the community, he was one of the youngest. He passed away a little bit before my aunt passed away. And she was my godmother. And them two, the last two, the two youngest, is the ones that I was close with the most. I want to cry. Like, I really do. And I'm holding myself back from crying. Because I'm not trying to be in no emotional state either. Because today or to whatever, it's my son's graduation. And I'm not trying to have that energy. And my ass don't look like I'm going to be going to sleep. I'm going to be breaking night just to make sure that I'm up and ready on time, looking right. Or I might just go to sleep early because I know I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night. But I want to cry. Maybe this is not my emotions. Maybe I'm feeling somebody else's emotions. They want to cry. But that's how I feel. Like, I want to cry. Like, this is crazy. This shit is like some movie shit. Nah, seriously. Like, wow. It's like, I don't even know what to say. It's like, oh, I wish I didn't resonate with that reading. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm feeling right now. Like, I wish I really didn't resonate with that reading. But it's like, there's so much shit in that reading that just makes so much sense when it comes to the shit I've been through. Like, she gave a name, and I'm like, I only know one person with that name. It's like the first couple of shit that she said was, they've been doing this shit since childhood, and then she gave a name, and I'm like, the only person that I would know that would be doing this shit since childhood that's connected to a Diana is her mother. And then when I said when it's her mother, then it made me think of the readings that I was listening to before, where it says it's a mother figure, and it's somebody you looked up to, somebody you look up to as a mother figure. And I'm like, well, that's the only bitch that I ever looked up to as a mother figure in my entire life. And then they was talking about a couple. I'm like, she has a boyfriend. She met somebody, like I said in the beginning of this reading, and in the beginning of this video, she met somebody that she met through an app that I've been choosed to do, that I introduced her to. So she wouldn't have met him if it wasn't for me introducing her to that app. And then the whole house shit, the whole a couple waiting for somebody to pass away, and then during the time my grandmother was sick and passed away, she moved to Atlanta. I don't want to accuse nobody of nothing, but it's like there's no way in hell that this is not it. This is it's just like I'm not gonna doubt my shit. I'm not gonna doubt myself no more, and that's my problem. I be doubting myself like nah. That's what it is. Because as soon as she passed away, the bitch was out. I didn't even know she was planning on moving, and then she moved to Atlanta, and I'm like Atlanta. My sister lives in Atlanta. My grandmother, I know my grandmother wanted to move to Atlanta. She was always talking about moving to Atlanta. My mind is blowing. And then identity theft. A female with 2 kids. She got 2 girls. I remember having identity theft. And somebody did some child tax credit. And the information that I did get was it was a female with 2 kids. She is a female with 2 kids. Identity theft. I'm not too sure what my identity theft was. I don't know if it was 2015. I don't know what year it was. It was before it was before me helping her. So if she got my information, I don't know how they got my information. Maybe do a different cousin. I don't know how they got my information. Through an ex or something. I don't know. That's right there. I don't know. For them to do identity theft. Because I got the identity theft in 2011, 2013. My identity theft was during 2011 and in 2013. Then I got scammed by somebody with some apartment shit that got my information. That could have been when. I'm not too sure what year was that. But that could have been how they got my information. When I was scammed. When it came to some apartment shit. My mind is blown. Like... I'm just gonna laugh. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not even gonna let it get to me. I'm gonna go figure out how I'm gonna go do my hair for tomorrow with this out for tomorrow for my son's graduation. That's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go watch TV if I can. But, like, I'm over it. It's like, is there any more people that needs to get exposed? Because it's like, yo, back to back, every day has been a different group of people getting exposed. So these is all the people that they worked with? That can't be. I don't want to believe this shit, but I guess I'm going to have to. Because every motherfucking, for the past week, shit has been increased with the information and the tea spiritually. And it's been showing me shit from as I've been remembering certain shit when it comes to watching these readings. Like, oh, wait a minute. So every block, from my childhood block to the blocks that I moved to, there has been something associated with each and every one of them. some type of affiliation, including this one. I know my upstairs neighbors is connected to some motherfucker, whichever fucking group of people was attacking me. They connected to one of them. I'm not going to beat my brain and figure out who. I don't even give a fuck anymore at this point. The fact of the matter is, it's fucking over. That's what it is. Unless Spirit got some more tea and more people to motherfucking expose. Because the main shit was my family. They already exposed to me from where I grew up at. They already exposed to me where the areas that I lived in, where I moved to after moving from my area. They exposed to me already the people from here that was trying to come for me. Currently in my area. And the last of the Mohicans was the family. And I got that video today with a name for me to fucking figure out exactly who it is. You ask and you get the answers. I asked. I said I wanted to know who this family is now. Let's finish this shit. And then the thing that got me was she said you were guided to drink something. And I felt like making a tea yesterday. Of herbs that I really don't use. Of herbs that I just got. Of an herb that's been sitting there. And I did a research on yesterday to it. Because I wanted to see what it was used for spiritually. And once I realized it was used for protection spiritually, I made a motherfucking tea with it. And the fact that she mentioned that, I knew it was me. That was like a nail in the coffin. A cherry on the ice, a cherry on top for more confirmation of that reading definitely was for me. There's only one Diana that I know. A mother figure, her mother figure. Somebody that I looked up. I mean, she didn't mention somebody I look up to, but as far as the past readings, it mentioned a mother figure, somebody that I look up to like a mother figure, She's some type of nurse. She's a nurse. My cousin does taxes. She works with the taxes. So there you go with the fraud and taxes. See how I'm putting all the connections together? Because she was introducing me to a class that I was taking with her. She does taxes. So that's how she has information. That's how she has information to get my information, because she works in the tax place. Or she used to. And her mother is a nurse or something. Hey. I'm just putting all the pieces together. It's crazy. More stuff is coming. So with the whole tax shit and fraud insurance policy, that sounds like my cousin, because she fucking is a tax preparer. The mother works in the nurse. She's a nurse. My mind is like blown right now. I keep getting more confirmation and I'm like, ugh, I want the confirmation. But when I get it, it's like, really, bitch? Like, that's how I... And then in other readings, it's like when you find out who it is, you're going to want to put hands. Yes. Yes. I want to put hands on this bitch. I really do. Oh, I really do. You're supposed to be my family. I grew up with this bitch. Like, I literally grew up with... This was a cousin that this aunt, cousin, family. I grew up with them. Like this. Childhood cousin family that we were close with. We was going to their house. My mother and them were chichiando, doing whatever. If they was doing drugs, they was doing drugs. But they was sitting there drinking, playing dominoes, playing motherfucking cards, playing whatever. And I would be in the room, me and my cousins chilling. This was the cousins, the only cousins that I was close to as a child. My head's hurting. Let me not say that because it's not hurting. So let me not even manifest that on myself. But you know, it's like the feeling I feel right now is like if my head hurts. This is making my head hurt, but not literally. Not for real. Just figuratively. My ears is ringing right now. I'm just ready for this shit to be over. I want to know the fucking truth. Who did what? What did who? Who caused the injury to my son? That's what I want to know. Who is the person that caused my son to be injured? That tried to kill my son because they were trying to kill my son. I hope that she didn't have no part. Like my mind, like everything that this is why I want to cry. This is why I want to cry. Because if this has been her this entire time, yo, this bitch tried to kill my son. So I don't want to get too emotional. So I'm just trying to figure out how everything pieces together. And then, like, I don't want to beat my brain about it either. Because I just want the truth. I want somebody to hand me the fucking truth and tell me how everything is connected and who is connected. Because I don't feel like doing that no more. I'm tired of using my discernment. Not to solve my own case. To help other people, yeah. Give me my gifts to help other people. For right now, for me to be the solver of my own case, it's driving me, is making me dizzy. I want to cry. But I don't want to cry. Because I don't feel like me crying is my energy. The way I feel, I really want to fuck somebody up. That's how I feel. But I don't have enough anger in me to fuck somebody up. I really don't. I should, but I don't. I'm hurt. That's what I am. I'm disappointed. That's crazy. I looked up to this lady like if she was a mother. I adored this lady. And this lady was trying to kill me. Trying to swap out my energy and destiny for her fucking daughter. This is, now I know that this is not my energy, because there's somebody that comes in and out and watches, and every time that person watches, I want to cry, and when they leave, I don't want to cry. So you must be watching me. You must be watching me, and you must be crying. And you keep going and coming. Yep, you just left again. I'm right. I'm correct. Whoever I'm talking about, 4444 as I look up. Whoever I'm talking about is watching me, and they keep coming to the video and leaving, coming and leaving. And then when they in my energy, I feel like I want to cry. And then when they leave, I don't want to cry. So whoever, they must be watching. Yeah, they're watching because I want to cry again. They're watching because I feel the urge to cry. And I don't want to cry. I want to fuck somebody up. I want to go to my mother and tell my mother and hope that my mother believes me. And my mother beat my aunt's ass and then me beat the daughter's ass. It'd be a tag team daughter duo against the other tag team mother-daughter duo. And me and my mother will beat these bitches' asses. You know why? Because these bitches is unhealthy. Unhealthy. Got problems with their body. They wouldn't be able to beat anybody up. All I gotta do is kick the bitch in her fucking leg and she'll fall on the fucking floor. The both of them. I'm angry. That's why I know that it's not my feeling that I want to cry. Because me, I'm angry. And not angry, want to fuck something up. I'm angry, disappointed, angry. Angry, like, how could you want to take your own flesh and blood? and this is my flesh and blood. Like, we're family for real. This ain't no third, fourth, fifth cousin. This is like first generation. Like, my uncle, one of my uncle's kids. Like, literally. I'm not even going to sit here any longer and talk about it. All I know is this shit is crazy. I kind of had a feeling it was her because I've been asked when it came to me asking and finding out who my family members were. I already knew it was her. I kept asking and it kept giving me a yes when I was asking about the mother and the daughter. So I already knew. I just didn't know what part they played in it. And I just didn't... I blew it out of my mind. I blew it out of my mind because I kind of cut all my family members off. I really did. So... And then the family that we used to hang out with, the mother started hanging out with them. So going over there on the holidays all of a sudden. She was never there before, but started going on the holidays all of a sudden, popping up. So my mother really don't fuck with them over there. And we neither do I, because we know that they two-faced. So we don't fuck with them. We really don't. And I told my mother I don't fuck with them because I don't trust. Somebody did something to me. Somebody did something. And I don't trust it. And until the truth comes out, I told my mother, until the truth comes out, I ain't fucking with these people. Don't invite me to shit. They can't be invited to none of my shit. If they're around, I will not come. That's why I'm Yo, I'm done. I'm like so... I'm not in shock. I'm just like, I don't know why I don't know what's my problem today. Because I forgot, you know. Like, I put it in the back of my mind, not really paying no attention and shit to it. Because I was too busy trying to figure out who the other fucking people were. And then a bunch of other videos come out and they let me know who the fuck it is. Ex-boyfriend, ex-lovers. They did mad shit to try to get the people that were interested in me to... Like, I'm telling you. There was somebody that was supposed to be... There was somebody... I'm just going to mention this. And I find it funny. There was somebody that confessed that he was interested in me, right? That he had a crush on me. So I was going to give him a chance, right? And then all of a sudden, baby mama came back in his life. The same baby mama, a baby mama that dissed him and left him, right? But came back in his life for a child, for a kid. I don't know if he knew. I don't know if the child is his or not. The child was his or not. But he stopped talking to me because the baby mom came back in his life with a kid. A kid that he didn't know. A kid that he was trying to be a part of his life. What's funny is that story is out there too. I just heard that story too. Somebody came into a divine masculine life with a kid, but the kid is not really his. That could have been him. I don't know. Hey. Yeah, my life just really turned into like a Hallmark, Supernatural, Lifetime, motherfucking daytime, soap opera, novela, a whole bunch of shit. Like, damn. Who thought this shit would actually be real? And all this shit was real. From what was going on earlier today with the damn police sirens and fucking motherfucking... Somebody was running, so I don't know. Somebody was running and I heard gunshots today. They weren't a lot of gunshots, but I heard gunshots. And rooftops alarms going off crazy. And motherfucking police sirens for the past 2 hours. For 2 good 2 hours. You're just gonna have to go replay back to the video because I'm not repeating anything. But you can read the title. Hey, thank you. I don't feel sexy today, but thanks. I feel like fucking punching a bitch in the fucking forehead. That's what the fuck I feel like doing. I want to fucking punch a bitch in the forehead. Family ain't shit sometimes, man. Family ain't shit. Hey, Joy. I'm shocked. Like, my mind is blown. I don't know why, though, because I already knew. But, like, my mind is blown. You could keep watching me crying because you busted and you exposed. You could cry all you want. Cry motherfucking river, bitch. Because I feel you in my energy. And you keep popping in and out of my life. Confirmation with the sirens. You keep popping in and out of my lives. And you cry in the motherfucking river, bitch. And I don't go fuck. Go yo. Cause they watching me, or she's watching me. She's watching me and she's crying because I feel it. I feel it. Cause I don't want to cry. I want to punch somebody in the forehead. I really want to punch the two of them in the forehead. The reading, one of them readings from last year was correct. It said when you find out who it is, you're gonna want to fight this person, especially if you know where they live. She lucky I don't know where she lives. Wow, my mind is blown. But that's, you know what? I thank the reader that gave me the confirmation. Yeah, I might as well repeat it. I found out the family member now. So this whole past week, if you're going through my videos past week, it's like a lot of videos I've been doing is a lot of talking videos. I haven't really been doing too much readings because I've been watching readings and I've been getting information that's giving me clues that's that's doing a light in my head and it's connecting people. And it's like I'm to the point where I don't want to doubt myself, but I kind of accused a lot of people. I kind of exposed people by name online. And I hope and I pray that these people are a part of it and I didn't just falsely accuse anybody. Because they must have been doing heavy spell work on me. But I'm just saying, I hope these people are a part of it because I accused a lot of motherfucking people and exposed people online. So they best to be a part of it because that's what the connection I got through watching these readings in my life. So this last reader, everything that I have a confirmation, I always post it in my community, right? But this last reading that I just watched, basically, and she's always on point with everything, with a lot of things when it comes to my shit. When she picks up on my energy, she's always on point. And it is maybe sometimes people don't get it because it'd be like maybe one or two clues and they'd be like, maybe that reading is not for me. But I know the readings for me when I have more than 3 things that resonate. And she had more than 3 things that resonate. And the first 2 things she said, been doing this to you, has been attacking you or whatever since you were a child. And then after she said that, she said a name. And the name she said was my Diana. I'm going to say it because she said it in her video. And I'm like, in my head, the only person I know named Diana in my life, because I don't know too many people, but the only person I know in my life is my cousin, right? Childhood cousin, the cousin that I grew up with, the cousin that I was close with too, growing up with. So then throughout the video, she says a couple waiting for somebody to pass away to take this house. And in my mind, I'm like, well, that same cousin that she named, right? That same cousin that she named during the time my grandmother passed away or during the time that my grandmother was sick, I was with her. I was around her. I was in her house. I was helping her because she caught a leg injury. She met a dude through a dating app that I introduced her to. Within a few months, like within a month or 2, as my grandmother started getting sicker, my grandmother was in a hospital dying on hospice. My grandmother was dying on hospice. She met the dude. I don't know, quick ass relationship. All I know is that she ended up moving. She moved. And this was a little bit before my grandmother passed away. Or during the time my grandmother passed away. I didn't even know she was moving. All I know is that she was packing up to move. And she was moving to Atlanta. Atlanta's where my sister used to live. My grandmother wanted to move to Atlanta. My grandmother adored Atlanta. She loved Atlanta. She wanted to move to Atlanta. So it sounds about right. My grandmother will change. I was taking care of my grandmother. So maybe my grandmother did leave me a house in Atlanta to move with my son to Atlanta. Why wouldn't she not want to buy a house for my son? Maybe for my son. Maybe for the both of us. Because in the readings, that's what it's saying. Somebody left you a house trust. But if I was left a trust when I was young, that means somebody left me money when I was young. Either somebody left me money when I was young, and I wasn't supposed to get it I wasn't supposed to get it till I was 18, or my grandmother left me a house in Atlanta. She changed her will before she died. And the only people that were around her when she was in the hospital were those people that I mentioned, a bunch of other people that are connected to them. Because like I said, when my grandmother was sick, she was around me. I was the one that was there day in and day out. Every day, all day. Until supposedly somebody needed my help. Somebody gave me an opportunity to get study. Like, I was being distracted from taking care of my grandmother. And my grandmother, knowing her, she wanted me to do good with myself. So first the distraction was to get a certificate, because for me to get a certificate in being a tax preparer. So I was going to this class that my cousin Diana introduced me to, where she worked at, to get study, to get a certificate to be a tax preparer. And during that time, my grandmother got real sick, that I couldn't finish the class. So she could have got my information through that tax thing, because I needed to put my name, my social, and all that shit. And my cousin was, it just sounds right. Policy, insurance, tax shit. My cousin was a tax preparer. And it was very possible for her to get my information when I went through that class. Because you need to provide them with your info. But then again, I did my identity theft. That didn't happen until 2011 and 2011 and 2013. So I don't know. I don't know how everything is completely connected, but all I know is that motherfucking video connected that to my family, and something just fell. So that was a confirmation. Connected to who was in my family. And then she said something about motherfucking, something guided you to drink something. To drink something. And I did yesterday. Last night, I drank a tea yesterday with an herb that I have there. And I was researching it last night. And when I realized that its spiritual use was for protection, my ass made a motherfucking tea, and I drank that shit yesterday. Yep. I think that the house that she moved to was the house that my grandmother left for me and my son. And then I also believe that when it was time to bury my grandmother, there was a little issue when it came to bury my grandmother, that my grandmother's buried in West Bubblefuck, so far away, when she should have been buried close, because she had a plot to be buried in closer. But supposedly that burial plot was hidden. And there was money issues to bury my grandmother. There shouldn't have been no money issues to bury my grandmother, because my grandmother had money. Oh no, I'm not even going to bother continue to dig in. I'm going to continue to get my little guy. I'm going to continue to use my intuition and put clues together, because there's my story and my life. There hasn't been too many. I haven't had too many experiences in my life with people or family. And there were certain people and family that I was around, certain people, certain cousins and people I was around, certain things that happened. So when there's a reading that comes out and it literally is saying word for word something that I know resonates with me, I already know who it is. I'm not going to go digging for no house. I'm not going to go digging for no trust. I'm going to let what's supposed to happen. It's saying that I'm supposed to get a knock at the door, that there's supposed to be some fucking police or detective or FBI or whatever coming, some lawyer or whatever supposed to be coming, somebody a higher up is supposed to be coming. We're going to wait for that motherfucker to come. And at least let's see how fast it comes. Because every time I make a discovery of who it is in my life, it's always fast. And shit has been going fast. Because I just finished blocking. What's crazy is everything has been happening back ever since I started blocking people off of my Facebook. I started blocking people from my past, right? I started blocking people from my past, literally from my past neighborhood. I get a reading about somebody from that area, and the chick, maybe she's the redhead that they're talking about, because she's the only one that I found with a redhead. That's redhead. So maybe they did something in the past. Maybe it's not something recent, but they did something to me in the past, right? And I'm finding about it now. So that's a discovery with the past, childhood, right? People, that's part of my childhood as well. Ex-lover childhood, ex-fling, right? Then I get more information from neighborhoods, other neighborhoods I moved to, because it's giving me scenarios, situations I've been in. But the slandering your name, there was only one area that I remember somebody slandering my name, and it got back to me. And that's because the person was slandering my name because they didn't want me to fuck with a guy because the guy was no good. Then ex-boyfriend that put me in a child abuse, domestic violence, I already know who that fucking is. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. The one that I can't figure out is the one that freaking popped out of nowhere. The fucking one that popped out of nowhere. I don't know what's connection to it. My mind is blown. It's like it is, and as what it is. It is what it is. If I know the address, I can see who owns it. I don't know the address. I don't fuck with these people at all. When I tell you I stopped fucking talking to these people, I fucking stopped talking to these people. Because they got me online and they never support me or knew nothing. No business or nothing. And if they did, it was some little chump change. They spent like $20. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't fuck with them because they saw my struggles. They saw me go through what I was going through, and they never offer no help, no nothing. So I always used to talk shit. Like, this fucking family ain't shit. I used to talk shit, and I wasn't talking about my mother and my sister. I was talking about the ones that was online watching. And I know they was, and I hope that, and I know they knew I was talking about them. Fuck them. They a bunch of fake ass wannabe. What the fuck is the fucking keeping up with the Joneses type people? They about the name brand and they try to look cute for the public, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. Anyway, my mind is not blown because I kind of figure it was her because like I said, when I started getting guided to these readings and information, I asked about family members. Like, I literally made cards with names. You know what I'm saying? I did my investigating, but I just never talked about it. I never exposed people by name. I was being petty and saying, I know who y'all are. Because I did know who they were. So I would keep certain people on my Facebook page and leave certain quotes and post because I knew who they were and I wanted them to know who I was, but without giving it away. But after this blocking spree, that's when more stuff started coming out. More stuff, more clearer, accurate, clarity, with more clarity. Names and all that. So I was like, well, okay. That's how y'all all want to do me? Go fuck yourselves, okay? Go fuck yourselves. And then with the fucking police activity over here and the motherfucking somebody was running. A few people were running because, like I said, there were a lot of fucking... The fucking roof alarm kept going off like 2 hours 2 hours straight. It was going off. It's police sirens going off. There was a gunshot, but nobody shooting back. Just pop, pop, pop. I think I heard it like 3 times. I heard it like 3 times, like 3 or 4 times. Did a gun go off? And it was, like I said, it wasn't no motherfucking firecrackers. Those was gunshots. Confirmation. So, and then for some reason, while all that was going on, they was putting spell work on me. We already know who was throwing spell work on me, right? So I had to seriously smoke out my apartment today. I had to smoke out and cleanse my apartment out. I was hoping the damn fire alarm didn't go off, but it didn't. So I had to cleanse my apartment. I was like, since I cleansed out my apartment, let me do a reading and let me tap into the reading. Let me tap into the energy of what was going on around here. And whatever was going around here, obviously is going to pertain to me. Who else is going to fucking pertain to? You know what I'm saying? If I'm tapping into the energy around here, what's going on with the fucking sirens. And basically what was supposed to go down was so today, somebody was supposed to come in my apartment today, kidnap me. The shit that's been coming out in the readings, a reading that I did on myself the other day was supposed to happen today. Somebody was supposed to come. Some dirty officials, dirty cops, was supposed to come and try to get me out of my apartment. So they were supposed to come over here with some type of false allegations, because somebody probably lied on me with false allegations, tried to get me out of the apartment, because that would have been the only way to get me out of the apartment was through fucking cops. And it wasn't going to be through legal cops. It had to be through illegal cops. And once a cop gets me out, they put me in a car, fucking rape me, murder me, kidnap me, and bury me, because that's what came outside. That's what came out on the spread. They wanted to sacrifice me, almost to buried alive, wanted to bury alive, or was about to be buried alive. Corrupted system. All that shit came out. Break-in, kidnap, or plan to. This was supposed to happen today. That's what all the shit was going on over here. All the sirens, all the fucking roof alarms. And it was close, it wasn't far. So somebody was supposed to come in. These dirty ass police. They were supposed to come do that today. That what was going on. That's what came out on the spread. That's what came out on a fucking other reading that I read. It literally said dirty cops plan to kidnap, rape, kill, murder, all this bullshit. Because somebody's trying to take. So whatever was left, whatever it is that was left to me, whatever it is, it must be a lot of money. Because in the readings, something was left to me. Something was left to me that somebody thought was going to be left to them. So they jealous. So maybe somebody else's grandfather, maybe my uncle left me something. Their grandfather. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. Yeah, tomorrow's my son's graduation. I've still been unable. I still got that donation you sent me because I was trying to make more, but I figured out maybe I'll give him the money. It is what it is. I was going to open some personal readings today, but then when I went to go try to make the post, it wasn't letting me post it, so I was being stopped. I was being stopped from posting that I'm opening myself up for personal readings. I don't know if that was by the universe, spirit, or that's by this fucking these forces that's trying to stop me from doing what I'm doing. Because I think I'm ready to provide personal readings. I think so. So that's what I was going to do. I was going to open up the fact that I'm going to be providing personal readings. And I was going to offer some discount today. But that ended up not happening because my Wi-Fi, the signals all fucked up. Like, there's a bunch of shit. Just like I said, there's a bunch of bullshit was happening today. My signal was all fucked up. The stupid shit that was going on with the fucking police, whoever was fucking running. There's a whole bunch of shit. A personal reading, depending on the length of the reading you want. So for hour reading is $144. For half an hour is $75, and for 15 minutes is $30. Personal reading is a personal reading about yourself, something you want to know, information about yourself. You can ask a question. It could be a general reading, but it's specific information that you trying to get information about. So it could be about love. It could be about career, finance. It could be about what the fuck what your enemies is doing behind your back. It could be about whatever it is, or you could do a blind reading is a general reading. You just get a general energy reading on what the universe wants to tell you, what you need to know. No smiling and singing today, girl. Today my mind is I think I make a lot of people laugh usually. I make myself laugh. I'm funny sometimes. But today, I don't have no sense of humor today. 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 The day before my son's graduation. This shit is crazy. Anyway, let me get off of here. I'm going to try to take a nap because I don't want to be tired tomorrow. I already know what I'm going to wear. My legs are shaved. I'm good to go. I already know what I'm going to do with my hair. The same old shit I normally do. Ain't nothing fancy happening tomorrow, since this shit is early in the morning. People, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me. My mind is blown. Family's crazy. Sometimes family ain't shit. For real. Family ain't shit. And the fact that she's been doing this shit to me since I was a child. You a grown-ass woman. You was hurting and afflicting a child with spell work. Anyway, I need to get off. I need to get off before my mind starts digging deeper, because it's just like, yeah, I am gonna have the best time. I'm a proud mama, even though I didn't get to experience the way I should experience it, because motherfucking people like my fucking. Anyway, we're not gonna get into it. I'm gonna get angry, but yes, I am going to. I'm a proud mother. Yes, I am. My son turned out to be a smart kid and not a hood rat. So I am gonna enjoy my day. I am very happy. Yes, I am. My son did something that I didn't accomplish, and that was graduate from high school. So I am very proud of my son. That's for sure. So people, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll check y'all tomorrow after I get back. Yeah. Peace out, people. You already know, if you watch me with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you watch me with any ill will or malintentions or evil eyes, go blind 144,000 times. Instantly, quickly, swiftly, you will feel the effects of all hexes and curses and spells that you project. And if you are siphoning my energy or anybody else's energy, you will receive karma quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because you reap what you sow. For Bob and so low. Don't do to others what you wouldn't want them to you or your family. Stop being a crusty, crappy, raggedy, and the ass miserable, bitter ass business, and go heal yourself. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you know when I go live. And if you feel the need to sow a seed, don't hesitate to donate to me. My information is in the description below. And I gotta go. Peace.